Pushkin.
So let's talk Lethal.
Yes.
I just saw your new video on the low, came out today.
Yeah.
And it's so different. So when I heard the song, I pictured baby pink and like you in like a candy store or something like really sweet and girly. And then I see the video and it's you like twerking in a truck bed in a junkyard. And I'm like, oh, this is different. So how did you come up with the visual? How does that usually come to you?
I just wanted to still keep my grunge. Like, I think the overall inspiration was like horror movie vibes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, still embodying like this winner type of energy. Like winner, ringleader type of energy. But I feel like I watch a lot of movies. So I'm always like, oh, I want to do that. This shot is cool. This is fire. But yeah, shout out to the director on that, because what actually happened is I had sent one treatment and he like broke it up into so many different ideas that like there's so much more to come. I'm so excited to drop more visuals because everyone's so excited about this one. Obviously, this one is a lot more different than the last one, and it'll be like that like moving forward. I just really like yeah, I feel like I'm just taking all the risks and just doing what I really want to do and just trying my best to like still maintain my authenticity and like the things that I enjoy, because I feel like I don't really like baby pink stuff.
Yeah, no, I know. It's very much not you, but I felt like this song is a little different.
Yeah, and that's how I felt too. I was like, oh my God, like, well, it could still be a softer side. It could still be a feminine side, but like in my own way. But like, yeah, that song definitely, it gives pink, it gives
Yes.
bubbly, cutesy.
Yeah, like soft furry.
Yes. Oh, soft furry.
So when you say you sent a treatment, what is that? Is that like you writing out what you see in your mind? Is it like different shots? Like what is a treatment?
Yeah, so a treatment is basically a shot list of everything that you're trying to accomplish in the video. So, some people follow more like mood boards, but I think mood boards kind of like limit creativity because it's too like spot on.
Yeah.
So the treatment will normally be like references of the way that I want things shot at certain angles and maybe the lighting, some of like the B-roll shots that I want to get. So yeah,
That's
it's
cool.
just like I use like videos that I like.
Do you remember any references like movies or other videos?
We definitely referenced like some old horror movie films on the coloring. Like in the beginning scene with the car, just like the mild saturation, but still keeping like those cool tones. That was like something that I've seen like in Rob Zombie films. So I remember that kind of being a part of like the treatment. Like, so yeah, it's not always other music videos.
Yeah.
It sometimes is like actual films and things that I've just seen and I'm like, whoa, I really love this. Like another one is Aphex Twin.
Yeah.
Window Liquor. Love the scene where it's like he does a close-up of the limousine and the tire rim had his logo on it. I was like, last minute, I'm like, oh, we need a lethal flag. We need something that says lethal in the shots. So I thought about it more sense of like at the shows, like when people are doing like the mosh pits and stuff. I think it's like there's like a language that could come with it. Like the leader of the pit could have, the flag. The person who's coming to the show is ready to fuck shit up. You have your flag. And you keep your flag up no matter what.
Do people usually bring flags to the pit?
They bring all types of shit to the pit. It's some stuff I don't even know how the fuck they're gonna get into. But yeah, they bring a lot of shit to the pit.
It's so crazy. Like I feel like your shows are the first time I've seen women or just girls in a pit.
Yeah, in those earlier days, it was really, really crazy watching everybody just like get their shit off their chest.
Yes.
We don't really get to do that.
Yeah, and I feel like there's a misconception about it too, because I feel like people think that it is just people like fucking each other up, but it's actually like such a community.
It is. I mean, I feel like there's some there's a sense of like they're kind of like synchronized in some of the pits. It's not always beating each other up. Sometimes it's
Yeah.
just like having your arms around your friends and you're jumping at the same time and you're just feeling it. And it's like 20 of you guys. That could be a pit. Everyone kind of like just rapping the lyrics and feeling that shit with their wholehearted chest. And I think like where that comes from is just like so much anger having to be repressed on an everyday
Yes.
basis. Like I feel like unfortunately it's okay for men to lash out. Like, you know, it's always been somewhat accepted and a symbol of power for a man to lash out and have no repercussions for their actions. But with women, it's always consequences for our actions. And I just feel like when we were doing that, I feel like it was kind of like we would have people at the shows trying to split the pit up. Y'all can't be doing this. Don't incite a pit. But it's like, well, when else are we going to get to do this and not be
Yeah.
looked at as crazy or not have a consequence or not get kicked out of something or get thrown in jail or actual fight breakout? It's like, where is the space to just be a
Yes.
woman and want to fuck somebody up? Like,
And not care what you look like, get sweaty, like not have your makeup or everything have to be the same as when you walked into a venue. Like it's such a release.
yeah. And I love that part too because I go through the same thing on the stage. Like I don't look the same when I come out as
Yeah.
when I go backstage. Like I'm drenched in fucking sweat and we done had a time and yeah, I love that and I live for that. And that's not pretty. That's not I
Yes.
don't think that's meant to be pretty. And I appreciate that. I appreciate the fact that they allow me that space to spend money on a nice outfit just to come get it fucked up.
Yeah, that's incredible. Have you ever wanted to do like make a major left turn and try a whole different genre or something new for you that would be unexpected, but you're just like, I don't think it's the right time or it's too early or whatever? Like, is there any type of music that is completely different from what you've already put out there?
Hmm. I think like me being, the smack a bitch girl, I'm very rah. And I think that when you think Rico Nasty and you think rock music, it's always been screamo. It's always been metal. It's always been new metal, hip hop metal. It's always been like that sense of like angst and growl with it.
Mhm.
But I have two songs on this album that don't have that. It's rock music though, and it's more so influenced by the rock music that I actually listen to. Like it's more so influenced by like, like beachy rock or like just more a calm side.
Yeah.
And I'm like so happy that people are receiving On the Low the way that they are because On the
Yes.
Low is very girly. You're gonna get like another vulnerable side of me with these rock songs that's very, very feminine, very girly, but also very Rico. And I'm like really excited for people to hear those because I don't think people thought I could make a song like that.
Yes. Do you think you getting into the beachy rock or the more mellow side of things, like what you actually listen to, is that you getting older, do you think? Is that just where you're at in your life? Like have you always listened to sort of like more mellow stuff?
Yeah, I've always listened to more mellow stuff.
Really?
Yeah. Like
I love that. Me
literally
too.
my favorite band was like Dead Cat for Cutie. Like I've always liked the softer, the Radioheads, the
Yeah.
Smiths, the drums. Shout out to the drums because I got to work with him. So like, like I really like that side, and I just feel like I my character is so brash coming out the
Yeah.
gate swinging that I don't think I got to show that side or show that I was even interested in showing that side. So yeah, I'm really excited, but to say it's like, yeah, I'm growing up, but I also feel like I am pleasing my inner child because there's still
Mm.
songs on there. Son of a Gun, Smoke Break. There's some songs on there that you just know, like these are gonna be classic cult Rico Nasty records that will be played at shows that will get the party started. Like
Yeah.
those are the ones that I'm kind of just like, I'm never gonna stop making those. I'll always be me. But there's
Yeah.
something that I've done in all my projects. It's like there's always been like three or four that are like, what's this? This is a little bit, this is different. This is cool. And I just like showing
Mhm.
people like, yeah, there is no limit to music. I'm not just a rapper. I feel like at this point, I'm a real deal artist where we've been jumped out of that. And I do appreciate all of my fans that are here because I do my rap music. And there is rap music on this project. Like, I don't want people to think, oh, she's just doing rock or softer songs. No, like, it's still intense. It's a ride. I just want people to get on
Yeah.
the ride and have fun.
How do you know if something is catchy? Like when you're in the studio and you're recording something, because I feel like the first two singles are so catchy. Like, do you have to listen to something 100 times before you know like some part of the song, like whether it's a riff or the hook, something's gonna like embed itself in your mind? Like, how do you know? Do you play it out somewhere? Like,
The kids tell you if it's catchy.
so you put it out online.
I don't even put it out online. I play it for my son. I send it to my little cousins. Just I rely on younger people.
Are they honest with you?
Always, always.
What do they say if they don't like it? Like,
They just don't respond. Super
oh,
Gen
really?
Z. Super Gen Z. They just don't respond.
Does it hurt your feelings?
No. I love it. If you know what's funny, like sometimes I just be wanting, like when I make music, I swear, I just be wanting to like walk up to a random person and be like, can you listen to this real quick? And
Yes, like
I'm
crowd
not
testing.
scared.
Yeah.
I'm not scared of that. Like, I'm like, you like this? Come here. You look like you like this. Like, I don't care about that type of stuff. But yeah, rely on the kids, rely on my friends. My friends will tell me if something's not. My friends will tell me halfway through the song if they don't.
Oh, but sometimes you need to hear a song like 8 times before you know. I always have that experience where I listen to something, I'm like, oh, I don't like this. But then if I hear it enough, you might hear something different or you might catch
You know
on to a
what's
lyric.
crazy? I think, and this could just be my artist take. I think that those two songs are catchy because the hooks were made before the verses. So normally, I feel like that plays a really big part. Spending a lot of time on the hook and hearing it over and over again. And it's not something that I just pulled out of the verse and repeated. It's like
Yes.
we worked on it. We worked on melodies. We worked on bridges. We worked on tweaking shit and different layers and how can we make, especially for Teeth Sucker, how can we make the
Yeah.
vocals and the guitar collaborate in a sense?
Yeah.
And on the low, how can we repeat this hook but not make them get tired of it? And what's the bounce that we're feeling? How do we vocalize that? And it's like when they were producing the beat and we
Mhm.
were doing the writing for the verse, the
Mhm.
melody was and then it wound up just being used on the chorus. So I don't know. I think that could play a huge part. Actually, like
Yeah.
taking time on the hooks in a kind of like pop way.
Yeah. So what is the hardest part for you? Like, is it hard for you to come up with melodies? Is it hard for you to fill in the lyrics? Is it hard for you to think of the overall vision for the song? Like, what's the most difficult part?
The most difficult part, bro, is narrowing down the ideas. That's
Wow. Well, that's good. That's a good problem.
yeah, because it just feels like I be wanting to talk about everything all at once. And sometimes a song is supposed to be about one thing. So
Yes.
channeling and honing in on that one thing, thinking of bars and metaphors and things that have happened in my life to relate to this one thing, and then making it sound cool.
Yeah. That would be hard, making it sound cool.
Yeah. That is the hardest part too, making it sound cool. Cause I feel like I take a lot of risks vocally. And sometimes
Yeah.
like when I'm rapping, like I don't really I stretch words and I do
I
stuff
love
like,
that.
just to be funny and
Yes.
just help to make it sound, I don't know, whatever the fuck.
Have you ever thought that something was cool and then someone told you it was corny?
Yeah, for sure. For sure, for sure.
Yeah, you're
And
like,
like the whole first 5 years of my career.
that would be hard because you're like, no, like, what if you're pushing a limit and it's something people haven't heard yet, but someone's like closed minded and they don't know?
I know. I kind of just feel like I've always been a niche thing. I've never considered myself a steak dinner. I'm a very acquired taste. I'm not something you're gonna find at Outback Steakhouse. Like
Yeah.
I'm not like a fucking blooming onion. Like
Yes.
I'm not like, you know, I'm like fucking what am I? I'm like a Baja taco, like the good kind, like the really, really good fried fish Baja tacos. Like you got to go to a
With
special
mango.
spot. Exactly. You have to go to a special spot. It's a mom and pop shop. Not everybody knows about it, but it tastes good every time. And I'm okay with that. Like I'm okay with not being McDonald's. I don't want to be McDonald's.
Yeah.
So I definitely like pride myself on being niche and being unliked in some spaces. Like that's totally fine with me.
That's cool. I feel like that takes courage. Like, were you like that growing up? Did you care if people, like, did you care about fitting in and did you care about what people thought about you?
I think I cared too much. I think I cared so much that I cared enough for the rest of my life.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And then once I hit 18, I was like, wait, I don't have to care. But then, let's talk about that. Because being 18 and getting like a shit ton of money kind of like thrown at you,
Yeah.
it's kind of hard to decipher what you care and don't care about. And it just kind of comes off as like all over the place.
Okay, wait. So you mean like you can't say no to the money or?
You just don't know what to say no to. Everything
Yes.
is just so new and invigorating and so it's so exciting. It's like, I'm not gonna say no. Why would I say no? And then the older that you get, you realize how powerful the word no is and how much it could have protected you the older that you get. But you are so happy to even be in the space that you're just like, I'm gonna say yes. Why would I say no? And yeah, you just get older and realize, I could have said no to that. And you just gotta like bet on yourself. And I think that's where I am the older that I've gotten. Like, yeah, I've just feel like I've really learned how to just trust the decisions that I'm making and just trust like, look, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. None of us know exactly what we're doing, but I'm doing it and I'm having a fun time. And you can save the judgment for like people who genuinely like want feedback, like, please, but I don't know.
So when you were 18 and you started getting checks and money thrown at you, was it for shows? Like what was the bulk of the money opportunities coming from?
So I think like I started rapping and then yeah, shows were a huge part. And then I started getting record label offers and then you go into publishing deals. Then you going into like you're just like entering big money conversations, like conversations that it's like, whew, let's take a second. Let's read this over. I need a lawyer.
Yeah.
And I think like, yeah, when I signed a deal, I was 19. And yeah, having that much money so young is like I'm so blessed to be here today because I think at one point everything in my life was so excessive. Like I couldn't just
Oh,
do something in a small way. It was so grand. I had to spend so much money. And it's like, I don't know. Like, I don't know if that's just being young. Cause like being young, like I was like a flexaholic. I loved carrying big wads of cash. And I be seeing the
oh,
kids do it now. And I be like,
yeah. I feel like you're good with your money though. I saw you talking, it was an interview a while ago, and you were saying like it seemed like you were good with
oh hell yeah. I'm
saving
so good at my money now. So good at my money.
and you were talking about being a minimalist. That's what it was.
Yes, because I feel like I became like an over consumer, just buying things. Buying things because of the way people like, just falling into the I think it was during COVID, really. Falling
Yeah.
into the ads. Falling, oh my God, this is so
Yes.
cool. Oh my God, I have to have this. Oh my
I
God, this
definitely
makes
did
this
that.
so easy. And then you look and you're like, what is this stuff? Why
It's
do
a
I have all
problem.
this stuff?
It's a problem.
What is this? This stuff doesn't even I mean, I started really, really taking the time to like buy things that I actually like. Now, does that mean that I have a closet the size of this studio? Of course not. My closet is super small, but everything in there I wear. And everything in there I love. And everything in there is something I'm going to have for
I
years.
love
So
this.
I
I
feel
love
like
this.
being selective pays off eventually. Because in 5
Yeah.
years, I'm going to have a closet that it's like, this is still the things that I like. And it's not a trendy
Yes.
situation.
This is what I'm curious about with pop artists that you observe from where you're at now, artists that you've seen go through different album cycles, different looks, but obviously feel like they're trying to cater to the masses. Does that, like, do you feel sorry for them knowing that they're probably an artist too? Like they want to be going a different direction, but they don't have the freedom to do so? Like, have you had conversations with people who have confided in you, like, I wish I could do what you do?
No, I can just read it. It's just like, you can tell when stuff isn't genuine.
Yeah.
You can tell, especially if you're like a fan of somebody and you've been following them, and then all of a sudden they're just like, "What the hell? When did you start doing that?" Okay,
Yeah.
but you know what I think? I think that I look at it from a point of view of like, damn, this is probably what they wanted to do. Because I don't think it could go both ways, and that's why the music industry is so scary. Because in a lot of cases, the bigger you get, the more power and artistic control you have. It's like, we trust in this person's vision, but I think that comes with how much you've spoken up for yourself leading up to this moment that you've become somewhat of a machine for the labels. Like if you have not developed your voice at that time, then yes, you can be used as a pawn. And yes, you can be switched into something that you never were before. But you can also be away your whole career and then get something and change, and that's what you really wanted to do.
Yeah.
So I can't really look at it and be like on no hater shit like, oh, that's not really them, because it very much could be them. That very much could be where they always wanted to be. And I think
Yeah.
a lot of times, like with artists, it's always, I think, but that's the art. That's the art, is conversation. And I think that's the beauty in it, is wanting to know. Did they do this with intention? Did they not? Did they mean to speak to my soul in this way?
Yeah.
Like, that's what music is about.
Who's somebody who's been around for like 10 plus years who you're like, okay, I like how they did it?
Huh. That's such a good question. That is such a good question.
Like somebody who you really admire, who you feel like is a true artist and has a real stake in it.
Hmm. I feel that way about, huh. I don't know. I have one person that I'm thinking about in particular that I feel like, I don't want to say their name. I think it'll do too much for their ego. I think it'll do way too much for their ego. It is a
Okay.
girl though. It is a
Okay.
girl though. But watching her has shown me that anything is possible. And watching her has shown me that, I mean, and this is not a new artist. This is somebody that I watched. Like, I watched when I was younger, when I was in high school. I watched and I seen the shit that they were on, and I seen them be underrated, and I seen and always knew how good they really were, and kind of just always felt like, why they not getting recognition as everybody else? We did do a song together, and yeah, just watching them, it's kind of both. It's both. And that's the thing that sucks about being an artist, is like feeling like you want that to be you, but you push those emotions to the side because you can't help but see how fire it is that somebody like broke through what seems to be like a glass box that they put us all in, and then you just pop, and then it's just done. And you don't have to play by the rules that anybody else played for. So I don't
I
know if
think I know
anybody
who it is.
can make out, but don't say the name.
I'm not going to
If you
say the
know,
name.
you know.
I'm not
And I
going to say
love
the name.
them. And I do feel like, well, it's actually like in the days recently, it feels like they be trying to like pit us against each other. But I do feel like that person was was there for me in like such
Mhm.
a early time in my career that like that's impossible. Like y'all could never do that. But like
Yeah.
it is amazing seeing that. And it is crazy seeing, sometimes shit is like, wait, that looks like some shit I would have did. Like,
Yeah.
but I think that's Rick Rubin talks about that in his book. Like everybody gets these ideas. Who's acting on them though? Because they'll go
Yeah.
to somebody else. And there's nothing there's nothing wrong with that. It's like an idea of clouds. But I love
Yeah.
them. And I think, yeah, you're pretty you know what I'm talking
Yeah, no, I know. But so, okay, so with the idea, so I know that he talks about ideas sort of being in the ether.
Yes.
And like an idea can strike more than one person, or it can strike a bunch of people at the same time in
It's
different
all
parts
in
of the
who
world.
does it. Yeah.
Yes. So where do you feel like your ideas come from? Do you feel like they come from like a higher power? Do they come just from you? Do they come from your experiences? Like, where do these ideas in your mind come from?
I think they come from film, movies, like movies that I've watched in ways that I would like to be portrayed if I was in a movie.
Oh,
Like I kind of look at like little videos like that. I've always loved scary movies and I feel like I like things that are weird and quirky and you just don't really know where this is going. And like,
yeah.
the Napoleon Dynamites, the Conehead, the random, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, like
Yeah.
Mickey and Mallory, like Natural Born Killers, like you just never know what's gonna happen. That's the type of shit that I like. And I feel like that's like, represented in my work. I don't think my
Yeah.
ideas come from like and
Jesus.
yeah, I don't think my ideas are coming from like a higher power because I
Yeah.
think like some of the stuff that I'm representing is a little bit too worldly for
Yeah.
God to have given me that message. But
Yes. When did you start getting into weird shit? Like, when did you know, like, oh, I might be into stuff that maybe my friends aren't into?
um, I was probably like when Tyler the Creator came out,
Okay. So
yeah,
how old were you?
13,
Uh-huh.
and he ate that roach, and everybody was like, "Ew, oh my God, why are you playing this? Why do you want to listen to this?" And I had like the shirt, the socks, the backpack. Like I was a fan. I I was a fan, and yeah, that's when I knew that I was a little bit off. And like I would do a lot of weird stuff when I was a kid. So
Like what?
like if it was a boy that I really like I would like bite him. Like I was just like that type of kid. Like Maria got in trouble today for biting someone.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like the boy that I had a crush on. My mom was like, why the fuck would you bite him? Like, I've always just been weird. Like,
Is your mom into weird shit? Like, is there anyone in your family who is?
both of my parents are weird as fuck.
They-
Both of my parents are weird as fuck. Like, there's nothing normal about either one of them. My dad is weird. He's a left brain person. He's like
Mhm.
fully creative, very, very like, loves to just always be doing something. He can't sit down to save his life. My
Wow.
mother is like, that lady, she has a wild imagination. My mom has a wild imagination and she will think of a scenario quick. She'll be like, you know what happened to so-and-so? I'm like, girl.
Is she usually right, or is it like left field?
No, my mom is kind of like me, where she's like, it's like the way she says stuff is wrong, but what she's saying is right as fuck. Like, yeah, like she might say something really like, why would you say that? But actually, when you break it down, it
In the
actually
back of your mind, you're like,
makes a lot
oh,
of sense. I'm like, damn,
yeah,
I wish I had the balls to say that. I think
yeah,
that comes with age though. Like she just
yes.
doesn't. It's so funny. I feel like a lot of people will relate to this, but like, does anybody have a parent who just don't give a fuck about getting canceled? Like they be saying
It's a
like
different generation.
it's a different like, yeah, you guys that are like guys, people that are like 50 right now, they're the most like they don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck.
It's so
Like,
true.
it's kind of insane because I feel like we like are, we care
Yes.
certain things, and y'all just be like, y'all damn sissies.
We want boundaries. We want everyone to
You guys
feel
don't give a fuck about those
wanted.
boundaries.
Yeah,
So,
it's
but
so
yeah,
true.
I've learned that me and my mom are actually very similar.
That's so nice.
We're very, very similar, just generations apart.
Yes. How was it for you? I imagine that since your experience as a young adult and as an adult with work was so different than your parents, like, how are you able to figure out what to do? Like, did you have like a like role model since your life was so different?
My dad helped me in the beginning stages to get a lawyer.
Okay.
He didn't help me with nothing else. He was like, "All I know is that you need a
Yeah.
lawyer." And I remember that. That was. I mean, the fact of the matter is, I don't have anybody that really truly understands. My parents don't fully understand the capacity of like. They understand what I've done with my life, and they love and respect my career, but they ask me all the time, like, "How the fuck did you pull this off?"
Are they still like, you need to get another job, or do they feel confident that you can like support yourself?
Hell yeah, no, my mom is always telling me to get another job,
She,
always. And you need that though, because
yeah,
shout out to my mom, because my mom was like, "Yeah, this rap shit is doing great. You're doing amazing. What else do you want to do with yourself? Because the doors are all opened around you. You can't just walk down this one path forever." And then
yeah,
acting came in, and then
yes.
in the show, and even being on set for that has shown me what a real job is like. Because
Wait, tell me about that. So you're going to be in what's it's called? What's it called?
Margo's got money troubles.
I love that.
Yes, and it's a book. So if
Oh,
anybody wants to know like what the show is about, because I can't say too much, but
oh,
it's like about wrestling, OnlyFans. Um,
oh.
it's a lot though, and it's good. It's like somewhat of a heavy topic, mixed with a
Wait,
little freaky stuff here and there. Who knows?
huh? Has it been a good experience?
Yeah, it's been amazing, and everybody on set is just so sweet, and full of energy, and makes you feel so comfortable. And it's like before you know it, the shit just flies by. But it is very different from being a rapper. I mean,
Yeah.
you know,
Are you a good actor?
I would say so. Shit. I mean, to pull like Apple TV A24,
Yes. No, I know.
I think I'm pretty fucking good.
Anything A24 is good.
Yeah, and we had to do like a lot of auditions and stuff like.
Oh, you did.
For anybody watching, it's not like I just, oh, I'm Rico Nasty, give me the role. I had to like actually
Oh,
audition and like go to callbacks and like, you know,
oh,
really do it. And they don't give me special treatment on set. I have to be there at 6 a.m. just like everybody else.
wow. What are the days like?
Long but fun. And I don't know, it's like, they got the fake light in those Hollywood studios. They have like the fake lighting and shit like that. So it doesn't ever feel like it's getting dark. So you never
It's like a
really,
casino.
yeah, you never know what time it is until you walk outside, which again,
Wow.
I love. And I love getting this experience of a new job and learning
Yes.
new things and being around new people and learning how things are made. Because in the grand scheme of things, I think that's why I got into making music, because I love the way things are made and I love making cool things.
So how do you, now that the venues are getting bigger, like how big, when you go out on tour for Lethal, how big will the venues be?
Ah, bigger than the last time. And it's not to say that I'm doing fucking arenas or anything, but it is it's a different space.
It must be so cool just to see the crowds grow and change. Like from your first or your second round of shows, how has the audience changed?
Oh my gosh. Well, I was doing like Sweet 16s and stuff. So
Oh, were you really?
yeah, I did like a lot of Sweet 16s, and I did high school, like, what was I doing? Like pep rallies and shit. Like, I'm like, I don't even have a microphone. I don't even have a sound check. Okay.
How did you know what to do on stage?
You know, it's kind of like the same thing that happens on set for a music video, where it kind of just is like a blur. Like, I really don't know what I'm doing when I'm doing it. I just
Yeah.
know like I just know that when it's done, I'll know when it's good. But
Yes.
like when I'm doing it, I kind of feel like you just have to get into character a little bit, and
Yeah.
that sometimes requires like zoning out. So I feel like, yeah, in a sense, I like when I'm on stage or about to go on stage, it's like I get super quiet, and then it's kind of like, okay, it's go time. And I think when I'm getting quiet, I'm kind of just like praying for courage. Cause I think that's all
Yeah.
it is, just courage to like ignore perception for an hour. Because
Oh,
that's like scary. Like getting up there and people are perceiving you and they could think whatever they want to think. That can be scary. That I think that's what causes people to have
totally.
stage fright. But I think like once I pray to like remove that and kind of like blind me from perception for just an hour. I don't need it all day. I'm sure people are gonna give their comments, but just for an hour, you just get up there and it's just like a playground. Like the world is your oyster. Like you're feeding off of them, they're feeding off of
Yeah.
you. And before you know it, it's 3 songs left and
Oh, that must feel
time to fly
good.
back home. Yeah.
So is it perception? So sort of like judgment, like you don't want to feel judgment from the crowd.
Um,
Is that what you mean by perception?
yeah, like judgment or just like I wouldn't say judgment because they're damn sure not they're not judging me. It's like this feeling of like who they think I am. You know?
Mm,
Like the screaming, the chanting, the hype that I can hear backstage before I go on stage. I feel
mm.
like and that's like perception in a way because they think that I'm whatever the hell they think and I'm literally just a girl.
Yeah.
Like I'm literally just my tummy hurt before I come on
Yeah.
stage. Like I'm just a
Yes.
girl. So I think that perception of like, oh, they think you're amazing. You better show
A
them why you're
superhero.
amazing. You know? So it's just that, like wanting to live up to that and getting up there
Okay.
and not necessarily caring if you live up to that. And it just been like, well, this is me and you're watching me and I hope you have a good time. That's it. Like I don't really try to fit into like, oh, well, they think that I'm gonna be like this. So let me come out there and be like this. Like it's not, I just am
Yes.
like, they probably think I'm gonna be like this, but this is who I am. I'm gonna be who I am. I'm gonna make jokes. I'm gonna take breaks in between the song. I'm going to drink my water. I'm
Be
going to start a
human.
mosh pit. Yeah.
That's interesting. So when you go to start a new project, how do you deal with that perception? And do you feel like that has influenced the way that you shape a new project?
I feel like worrying about perception and what people know me as it can pigeonhole you. They've been saying that. I like that word. And that's
Yeah.
kinda how I felt, like, making work and comparing it to my last and, well, should I keep doing this? Because this is what they know and love, and kinda, like, finding yourself and finding your voice through all that. So yeah, I think it's like a double-edged sword. Like, yes, I
Mhm.
wanna care. I want to appeal to the fans that I already have, the fans that I've built. I love y'all. I want to make an album for you guys, but what about all the stuff that I've learned? And what about the stuff that I like now? Like, why can't I share that? And that's where your voice comes in. Cause like you can.
Yeah.
There is nothing wrong with waking up and wanting to try something different. And me of all people, I feel like I'm very blessed to have the fans that I have because they've never nonchalanted my different shit. Like when I was doing
Mm.
hyperpop, they liked it. When I was doing sugar trap, they liked it. And I feel like they've grown with me. So yeah, I kind of was in that headspace for a little bit of like, oh, well, I don't know if I can be different like this because that's what they know me for. But then I had to look at how they supported me before, and I'm like, this is nothing. They'll love it. This is great.
Yeah, that's good to have that confidence to move forward how you wanna move. This is something I was curious about. After watching a couple documentaries about you, most of them were, like, early on in your career, some like the Fader doc with you on the road. It's such a different lifestyle than most people are used to living. Was there anything in your early life or anything that prepared you for that lifestyle change?
Yeah, my parents divorced, maybe like having to stay at somebody's house every
Oh,
weekend,
mhm.
maybe like having like you know my suitcase, my designated days. Maybe that helped. I don't know. Boarding school. I went to
Yeah,
boarding
when did you go to what age were you when you went to boarding school?
I went to boarding school from the 6th grade to the 9th grade. So, I don't know how old I was in the 6th grade, probably like 12.
How did that come about? Like, why boarding school?
Um, my mom had seen my grades, like, significantly drop, but I was very smart, and everybody knew that I was smart. They just knew I wasn't trying.
Mhm.
because I just wasn't trying. And then my mom had got like a paper in the mail for like a school, named the seed school, and a lottery. And like all this stuff, my mom filled it out. We went to orientation, we went to the lottery. They picked my number. It was 40 girls, 40 boys. It's like one of those new
Mm.
school startups. So it's
Right.
not like an established, like, I don't want people to get it confused. Like, my mom paid for me to go to boarding school. This was a free college prep boarding school. It was
Wow. Like uniforms and everything?
everything. My mom didn't pay a dime. We did not have money to do shit like that. So I remember it being just like everybody in my family was like, bro, this is a crazy opportunity. I can't believe you got in. So this was like the first part of my life where I said yes to something when I didn't really want to, but I saw how it made everybody else react. So I was like, I gotta do it.
Mm.
Um, During this time too, I was very artistic. Like, I love drawing, I love painting, I love doodling and shit like that. But I also was like playing soccer real good. So like
Mm.
my mom was like, are you gonna start this school and you're gonna play soccer? So I'm playing soccer and I'm hating it. Like, the hours, like, I was at school all day, get out, have lunch or snack or whatever, study hall, and then you go to like soccer practice and then you go back to the dorms, you have dinner. It's like very,
It's like so grown up.
very grown up. And I was doing that from 6th to 9th grade. So if anybody wants to know how my time management is great and
Mm.
how I have like the ability to just like just get shit done, I think it was that. I think it was that, like, traveling on that campus at that young. And then I got expelled from that school because I didn't want to be there.
Yeah. So on purpose, did you like make it happen? Like formulate a plan?
Um, this is so crazy to say. I didn't like formulate a plan, but I did do something. I actually went as far as going to the principal and telling him, I'm like, or her, I don't remember who it was at the time, because it was like a vice principal, real principal, like a whole little board.
Yeah.
And I remember telling them that I wanted to go study a public school so that I could see the real difference between the two.
Oh,
And they said, yeah. So they sent me to my zone school, Flowers. This is my ninth
okay.
grade year. They sent me to my zone school. And I get there. And man, like, they had drama, they had soccer, they had lacrosse, they had volleyball, they had upperclassmen, they had a
Yeah.
cafeteria, they got to go home, they had phones, they got to wear cool shoes, they got to have they I could not go back to that boarding school. Like, it almost had felt like I had seen too much. And I was like, there's
Yeah.
no way. No, like, I can't go here. I don't want to go here no more. So my mom was like, hell no, you're going back to school.
Oh.
And while this is crazy. While obviously studying the school and all of that thing, like comparing the two, I found out like, oh, these are things that would get you expelled. And what had happened was I was like obsessed with like Wiz Khalifa and whatnot. So we were at the bus. My friends said they had weed. I smoked weed with them. We get back to school. The bus aide told. We all had the right statements. I kept my mouth shut. This one girl, she ratted on everybody. Everybody was
Oh.
quiet. She's the only person that told on everybody. We all got expelled.
Oh.
And I had to go to public school. But that wound up being the best thing ever because I remember I got expelled and then I started going to school and they said, you got an Instagram? And I was like, no. And I made my Instagram and it was Rico Nasty.
Wow.
How funny is that?
What year is that?
That is 2011. 2011, 2012.
Wow. And then the mixtape was like 2 years later, your first.
Tape was, yeah, 2013.
Do you think you would have been able to do a mixtape at the prep school?
No. There wasn't any, like, it was an up and coming school, so there really wasn't any programs. Like, when I was there from 6th to 8th grade, I had an art teacher. Her name was Miss Labonte. And I was like making art and we were selling it at the end of the year in like art shows and like she was my dog. And my 9th grade year, Miss Labonte didn't come back. So like I fucking I just didn't have a teacher that like I felt
Yeah.
like cared about me or like had like a safe space. Like at lunch, I could just go in there and I could
Yeah.
just like hang out with her, listen to music and shit. Like I didn't have nobody like that. And I didn't really have that many friends because I was
Yeah.
weird. So once she left, it was kind of just like, I don't want to do this.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That
That
makes
just goes
sense.
to show how important teachers are because
Yeah.
she was, I mean, bo- both art teachers at that school and the school I ended up with, Charles Flowers, my art teacher, Mr. Hobbs, I don't think I would have got through high school if it wasn't for Mr. Hobbs. Like, he was a safe space. Like,
Yeah.
go in there, draw, and and like, it didn't have to be your period. It didn't have to be.
Yes.
He knew when people needed to come in there and just chill.
Yeah, we had that. Yeah, we had that at my school with a photo teacher, Miss Fennell. And there would always be kids, like kids that kind of like didn't fit in would go just hang out in her classroom.
Yes, like, I just would be in there, and if I didn't have a space like that, like, I feel like I would have gotten in so much trouble and just been, like,
Yeah.
skipping, and I probably wouldn't
Yeah.
have graduated.
Like not have an outlet.
Yeah.
So did your mom, so after you got kicked out of the school and you started doing music, did your mom think like, oh, like was your mom worried about how you were gonna turn out?
I hid it from my mom. The only reason my mom knew that I made a mixtape is because I got in trouble at school. I was bad as shit. I got in trouble at school for not going to school for no. Hold on. I got a phone call home from a teacher because I skipped her class in particular for like 2 weeks straight. I just didn't go. Because her class was after lunch. And I would leave at lunch to go make a song. And then I would come back for my fourth period and then I would go home. So no, girl, I'm not about to go to your class. Like, you teaching me how to type on a keyboard. Why do I have to go to your class? I know how to type on this keyboard faster than you.
Yeah.
Grew up on this keyboard. I know this shit like the back of my hand. Why do I have to be in there? So yeah, she called my mom and my mom was like, what have you been doing? I told her. I was like, yep, I was making a mixtape. And what'd she do? She didn't give a damn about no mixtape. She punished me. She was like, you're on punishment. And I'm like, in the middle of my rollout? Oh yeah, she's gonna take my phone in the middle of my rollout.
Oh no.
She didn't take my phone, but I was on punishment. I couldn't do anything. But like, I was on Twitter promoting this shit out that project.
How did your Instagram, like when was the first time that you saw your like followers jump?
Oh, that's such a good question. It was like gradual. I don't know. Nah, I remember.
You didn't have like a one day you woke up, like where you maybe released something and then you had like
It's like I was
10,000.
watching it the whole time, just
Yeah.
move little by little.
Yeah.
Like, but it was like when my first 2 songs dropped, Hey Arnold and iCarly, and then fucking Lil Yachty had hopped on Hey Arnold, and I remember just like, I mean, even with my SoundCloud, I remember just sitting by the computer refreshing it and watching it go up by the thousands.
Yeah.
I remember watching my followers go up by the Ks. Like, it'd be like,
Yeah.
0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4.
Isn't
Like,
that
I
crazy?
was watching it go up and go up. And now, I'm not gonna lie, my followers have been going down for like 5 years. Like, I've been losing so many followers, but I kind of just be like, I don't know. Like, I don't pay attention to that shit anymore as much as I used
Yeah.
to. I used to be like I didn't, like, my team had to tell me that Teeth Sucker was almost at 1 million views. I was like, what?
That's so
No
crazy.
fucking way. Like, but I think there's freedom in that because it can be kind of scary as an artist looking at like numbers. It can make you like not want to do stuff.
Yes. So, okay. So you said that your mom is always telling you that you need to get like a side job or whatever, which, you know, that's debatable. But what would you do? Like if you had to do something more straight, what would it be?
I would probably like go to school to like understand how to produce like leather goods.
Oh,
I know that's pretty random, but
produce leather goods?
yeah, like leather boots and jackets, leather jackets.
Wow. So like actually craft them?
Yeah, I really love leather boots. And if anybody like is familiar with like my boot game, like I love boots. And something that I see myself doing when I get older is actually like taking the time and just, you know, developing a boot.
That is not what I thought you were going to say. I thought you were going to say produce music.
No. I feel like
Produce
when I get
leather
older,
boots.
I want to do something that's like lucrative. very lucrative, very like, oh shit, she does that. Like, I don't want to be, I don't want to be fucking twerking on stage.
What's the cutoff? What age is
Cutoff
it?
is like 30. It's like, no,
Oh, you have 3 years.
no. The cutoff, bro, there is no cutoff. Because watching Erykah Badu
I
in her
love,
career, and
yeah,
watching a lot of the women in music, like they make their careers last as long as they want them to. And
yeah.
so I don't really think there is a limit on anything. I just know, like, bro, I can't see myself touring at 40. Like, I feel like I'm gonna be so picky.
But what if it was private jet, like it was made very easy for you?
I'll clock it. And I can do it maybe 20 more years.
Because I feel like the older you get, like, you know, you have to make certain changes. Like,
I don't know though, because look, girl, when you start taking a private jet, that means you're probably doing 2 shows in a day. So it's like, there's reward.
right. It's not free. It's not free.
Oh, work
No,
going in. So
yeah.
I don't know. But my computer is about to die.
Okay. Thank you so much for doing this. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for talking.
Thank you.
Thanks for checking out Broken Record on YouTube. If you want to listen to us on the go, be sure to subscribe to Broken Record wherever you listen to podcasts.